A Burger King located in Worcester is facing critics who were upset after seeing the sign hanging up behind the counter of their local fast food spot. The sign was photographed and went viral on social media, prompting people to investigate and see if the sign was really there. The police were called to the location and they surely found the sign hanging up behind the counter. The sign disgraced drug addicts in a town that's battling an opiate epidemic, and Burger King could face further criticism after it was revealed of what the sign said. The sign, targeting drug addicts, especially those who overdose, was very straightforward and to the point. It said, "You are only allowed one overdose and then you are banned from this establishment." It was a sign that addressed a growing problem that warns drug users that they should basically go to another location. It seems as though that particular Burger King has a problem with drug users overdosing in their restaurant, either in the seats or in the public restroom. The police were notified of the sign that was in the Burger King, warning drug addicts that they will be banned if they overdose on the Burger King property, and they arrived at the location to investigate what's going on. The Worcester police had confirmed that the sign, offensive to drug users, was officially removed. The police also spoke with the manager and asked about ways they could help. Boston's local CBS News reported more information. Worcester, CBS, a sign in a Worcester Burger King telling customers they will be banned for overdosing inside the restaurant has been taken down. Worcester police confirmed that the sign behind the counter was removed. It read, "You are only allowed one overdose and then you are banned from this establishment." Police said they met with the manager of the Burger King on Madison Street near Kelly Square to talk about how they could help. "We are in the midst of an opiate crisis and signs like this don't help," said AdCare's Jorgana Copperman. "I think this sign really is a result of the stigma around addiction." She also said addicts tend to use public bathrooms and customers admit it is a problem. "It's common knowledge, people use those restrooms to do that sort of thing. There have been overdoses in there," said one customer. A report on MassLive.com notes there were 9 overdose incidents at the location between September 2016 and September 2017. Burger King said in a statement to WBZ-TV that the situation is being investigated. The actions of this team member were an isolated incident and do not reflect the Burger King brand values or the values of the franchisee, who independently owns and operates this restaurant, Burger King said. The franchisee is investigating this incident thoroughly and will take the actions they believe are appropriate. The way that police can help is to provide security to public locations in which there is a high level of drug abusers conglomerating or using restrooms without being a customer. Police can provide services that keep the drug addicts out of the areas where families might be eating and help prevent interaction with the abusers. If police find a drug addict in a Burger King, then perhaps they can transport the drug abusers to a place where they can get help and recover from their addiction. If a restaurant has a problem with people overdosing on drugs and hangs up a sign warning them that they will be banned if they overdose, then people should be more worried about the drug use and not the sign. There's a huge opiate crisis in America and people need to realize that drug abusers need help. However, they should not be tolerated and it should not be forced upon people to witness them overdosing in a Burger King bathroom. President Donald Trump, whose older brother Fred Trump passed away from addiction, is being very strict in his new proposals in hopes to fight drug use. Trump has suggested that drug traffickers be faced with the death penalty for their part in tearing down society and passing lethal drugs on to people who are desperate for help. Trump will face the backlash from those who don't believe in the death penalty, those who don't believe dealing large amounts of major drugs are a crime, or perhaps people who simply disagree with everything that President Trump is interested in doing. Many people are affected by drugs and addiction. If you know someone who faces that battle or faces it yourself, then please get them help and don't be ashamed to get yourself help. Sometimes people fall on bad times or get hooked on drugs, so it's helpful for those to send help if they know someone needs it.